Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and in today's video I'm bringing you my review of the SVS Prime Series home cinema speakers. Now these are available in various options. You can get a floor standing speaker, bookshelf speakers and indeed a centre channel speaker. Now I'm testing this in the following configuration: 6 of the bookshelf speakers, which you can see 4 on display here, also the centre channel speaker, and I'm testing this in combination with an SVS SB2000 subwoofer, an Arcam AVR 400 AV receiver and also a Denon AVR X2100W home cinema receiver. So let's start by taking a look at the rear of one of the Prime bookshelf speakers. You can see at the top here a 1.7 inch wide flared rear firing port, and down the bottom we've got the red and black speaker terminations. Now you can either use bare wire and unscrew these, or you can indeed use banana plugs. Looking at the front of the speaker, you can see on this one I've actually removed the grille. Now the grille is acoustically transparent and FEA optimised, so it minimises diffraction of the audio. The actual speaker itself has a 1 inch aluminium dome tweeter and a 6.5 inch woofer. With the grilles in place, the overall dimensions are 13.3 inches high, 8 inches in width and 10.3 inches in depth. And each speaker weighs 15.5 pounds. Individually, each of these bookshelf speakers delivers a frequency response of 48 Hz to 25 kHz, nominal impedance of 8 ohms, and a sensitivity of 87 dB. The recommended amplifier output for these speakers is 20 to 150 watts. Now let's take a look at the Prime centre speaker. Now around the back of this, obviously we've got the same connections for your speaker wires, but instead of having a single 1.7 inch rear firing port, this has got dual 1 inch wide flared rear firing ports. You can see the cloth grille actually removed as well. This has got the same type of grille, so it's acoustically transparent. And the speaker itself has a 1 inch aluminium dome tweeter, a 3.5 inch mid-range driver and dual 5.25 inch woofers. Now with regards to frequency response, the centre speaker is matched with the bookshelf speakers, exactly the same 48 Hz to 25 kHz. There is a sound match crossover network built into this speaker, 3-way crossover with premium grade capacitors, air core inductors and heavy trace printed circuit boards. The mid-range to tweeter crossover is 2.4 kHz and the woofer to mid-range crossover is 350 Hz. If you're concerned about dimensions of the centre speaker, this is a big unit. The overall dimensions are 7.7 inches high, 18.6 inches wide and 9.2 inches deep. That includes the grille, binding posts and the bumper feet. The weight of this particular speaker is 20.2 pounds. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I've been testing these with the SVS SB2000 subwoofer, and the initial configuration I tested was in a 5.1 setup. So the 4 bookshelf speakers you can see here, the centre channel and the subwoofer connected to the Arcam AVR 400. And I must say that you really have to hear these to believe how convincing they are. A very engaging sound, and they delivered the audio with an air of grace and ease. They certainly moved some air around the room and just were a pleasure to listen to. The second configuration I tested these in was a 7.1 setup. So that's the 6 bookshelf speakers, the centre channel, the SB2000 subwoofer, all connected to a Denon AVR X2100W home cinema receiver. And I was blown away again. The soundstage that they delivered was absolutely amazing. Now I currently run monitor audio radius speakers, which I highly rate. These far outperformed those monitor audio speakers. I want to discuss the centre channel separately for a moment, and that's purely because in some setups I find that I have to increase the speaker level for the centre channel to get the sort of vocals that I want when I'm listening to dialogue. With this particular centre channel, this is such a good performer. It is timbre matched obviously to the bookshelf speakers, and as such it performs harmoniously with them, and the vocals and dialogue comes through very clear indeed. Now I'm sure that in closing you know that I am very impressed with these speakers. I want to talk to you a little bit about the actual build quality. The cabinetry on these is superb. They're finished so nicely. Now I mentioned at the beginning of the video they're available in a piano black gloss finish. I went for the black ash finish purely because gloss shows up fingerprints and dust a lot. My AV cabinetry in the studio is black gloss and I have to continuously dust it. And I'm really pleased with the black ash finish on this particular range. The grills, I love the shape of the front grills on these, and the fact that you can see a small portion of the speaker cabinet, a nice angular cut on the front of each speaker. I think it's a really nice finishing touch to how this particular range of speakers looks. So in closing, the Prime series of speakers from SVS really have impressed me. They've certainly increased my enjoyment and awareness of how good a movie can sound. And I tested these with the likes of Fifth Element, U571 and The Matrix, to name just a few. I'm really impressed and can highly recommend them. Please do check out the links in the video description. Please do hit like on this video and I will see you all in the next one.